What is up? We are doing one more delivery today. So check that out. That is the view at the moment from the top of this lovely mountain. So we just picked up some white rock that we're going to be delivering to our yard in Wildemar. So we're currently in Moreno Valley. That's roughly about an hour away. So yeah, beautiful views. Like I'm telling you, and I say it once and I'll say it again. Get your transfer truck going. Get your CDL. Don't buy one. Just become a commercial driver and drive locally. Because once I finish with this load in about an hour, I get to go home. I started at 7:30 ish and should be done fairly soon. It basically is getting home and done. Getting to the yard and I'm done. So yeah, this is the beautiful view I get to see every day. So get your CDL, invest in yourself, get out of the office, get out of that warehouse, get out of that job that you hate so much, because I guarantee you will make more money than ever being in those warehouses. Now, I'm not saying you're going to become a millionaire. Now, I'm not saying you're going to make 100K in your first year. I mean, it's still going to be a step up from where you're at. So just do it. You get to enjoy these nice views, drive, listen to music, listen to podcasts, listen to books, watch a few here and there. And yeah, shoot, you can even start streaming like this. Now, I decided to stream because I see a lot of content for over the road driving, like a lot of the actual truckers, I guess you can call them. I don't talk down anyone or anything. So as far as like truckers, if you got your CDL and you're driving a truck, you're a trucker as far as I'm concerned. A lot of truckers don't believe that though. They look down on non-real truckers. I don't even know what that means. But if it quacks like a duck, it walks like a duck, it's a freaking duck. So get your CDL, whether you drive a 10 speed, if you drive an automatic, whatever it is that you drive, you're a trucker. Now just try to get it local because it makes it a lot easier on your life, on your schedule, on your family, everything. Now, the pay is different. When you're local, you get paid less, but the pros outweigh the cons to me personally. I have a wide videos, pictures and stuff. So I like to be there for their first, their first steps, their first words, their first falls. And you can't really do that from over the road. So let's uh let's have a quick little trip. I'll show you how really easy it is. I mean, all we're doing is driving, guys. Doesn't take a lot of brain power to drive. It doesn't take a lot of will. It doesn't take a lot of strength. It doesn't take much of anything. In fact, it just takes you not getting bored behind the wheel and falling asleep. You pay attention to the road, be safe, and everything else is cake. Now, there are drawbacks, there are pitfalls, there are frustrations, but nothing really have to do with the job itself. It's just, you know, you'll have road hazards, road closures. You'll have crazy people driving too fast, too slow. Um, your truck messing up here and there. So those are all things that you will become accustomed to, but it's not a stress inducer. I mean, the biggest thing that can happen at this moment, other than an accident, which would be catastrophic, is that my AC goes out. So no AC, I will be upset. I'll just put down the windows and that's about it. But I mean, we're in California right now and it's a nice sunny 82. So you can't really complain, even though I put the windows down, just you wouldn't be able to hear me. But other than that, guys, it's beautiful to drive. It's simple. It's easy. I get out. I'm not stuck behind a desk all the time. And the worst thing that can happen is that you try it out. You'll make enough money to cover the cost of getting your driver's license, your commercial driver's license, and then some. And then if you didn't like it, no harm, no foul. However, if you love it and you want to even make even more money, then that's when you go through the routes of either going over the road or buying your own truck or starting your own company. Yeah, there's a belief that you can only make money if you own your own truck or if you're over the road. Not true. Because the same way that you will earn more money if you're over the road or even own your own truck, there are expenses and like costs to that. Like it might not be an actual cost for some things, but at the end of the day, it's time. So we were gonna cross, but never mind. So the main thing you have to worry about here when you're a truck driver, paying attention to what you're doing. So I'm no expert. I don't claim to be an expert, but I've been doing this. What year are we doing? 2024? 6 years, I think. It's going on seven. So I've driven a little bit of everything. I've driven the box trucks. I've driven like this, the transfer trucks, smaller trucks, bigger trucks, long trucks, flatbeds, a little bit of everything. And the one thing I can tell you, nothing beats a transfer truck. At least, again, in my opinion, because you could get it in and out fairly easily. The turning radius is better. Um, the actual work is a lot better. Um, most of the stuff that you're taking is loaded on to you for you through wheel loaders or skid steers. Every once in a while, I'll load myself just because I don't have the time and patience for somebody to come load me. But for the most part, you can get loaded and they'll take care of you. And all you do is park your truck, get loaded, have a lunch break, do whatever you want, and then take off. Drop it off, come right back. Go to another quarry, do it again and again. And that's pretty much consists of the day. It's just picking up and dropping off material, whether it's to residential, commercial locations, or going to the quarry and bringing it back to the yard. So the job itself is simple. It's easy. It's not stressful. However, it is lonely. So that's why right now I'm talking on the stream as if I was talking to somebody, but I'm not talking to anyone other than myself. But I just want to stress to anybody that feels stuck in their career or wants a change in their life. CDL is the way to go, where you can make as much money, or if not even more than you were making before. Get out, get to know your cities, get to know your state. Um, the only thing is, if you're going to go over the road, go over the road. If you're going to be local, stay local. I personally would not recommend doing regional because it's all the good of all the good of the local is gone if you're regional because again you're going so far out and all the bad parts of over the road are there because you're basically an over the road local. That's what regional means. So not as good as pay and no benefits of being local. I personally don't see uh, a benefit to being regional. Other than that, they will sell it to you like you're still technically local. You're making more than a local. You're not over the road, which is all lies. You are an over the road underpaid. You're underpaid over the road or underpaid local because the amount of time that you're putting in doesn't count. So like I said, I do 7:30 to 3:30 max. Right now it's what 2:30. It'll take me about an hour to get to Wildemar, and I'm done for the day. So to me, this is easy money. You get to see some cows. A little nice little cow farm. Yeah, smells like you would think, but to a farmer, they smell like money. But yes, sir. So right now, the main thing I have to worry about is not hitting too much traffic. Hopefully, so that'll put a dent in my schedule. I started going to the gym literally this week, so I got Monday and Tuesday under the belt, and then I got today. Monday, what did we do? Monday, legs. We did squats, presses, lunges, hamstrings, quads. Yeah, a little bit of everything. That thing's exhausting. Leg day when you drive a 10 speed is fine for when you're already warmed up, but if you're sore, it takes a bit to get into it, and then it takes a bit to get in and out of the truck because those things are killer on you for if you're doing legs. But as far as yesterday was back and biceps, so yeah, I mean you're sore, um, and you do need your arms obviously to reach out to the stick shift, the stick and drive around. But again, once you get those muscles nice and warm, you're fine. Today would be chest day, so I got to work on these titties and make them nice, squared, and hard. So if you're gonna have titties, make sure they're hard. Um, so yeah, that's another pitfall, I guess. You will gain weight if you're not careful. Started at 220, 225. I got to 260, 265. Right now, I'm about 245. So, got about another 20 pounds to lose. It's just about eating right. I mean, most of the time you're sedentary, you're driving most of the time. So, you have to hit the gym. I mean, you get bored, you eat. You're falling asleep, you're tired, you eat, you drink coffee, you get snacks. You're at the gas station fueling up and you get more snacks. And I mean, those calories start to stack up, man. Like, what's a bag of chips? Is like 400 or 500 calories. And then, you'll have a soda or you'll have some kind of, some kind of Gatorade, some kind of drink or whatever. That's another 200 calories. And then all you're doing is eating carbs all freaking day, carbs and sugar, and that's it. You'll have protein, and what do you choose for protein? Oh, I'm gonna choose a burger. And like, oh, gee. So the wife and I started getting a little bit better on that. So she started cooking for me to make sure I'm not out in the street eating junk food, giving me some snacks that are healthy and good. Like I have some Greek yogurt, I have a nectarine, I have my protein shake, I got spin wheels or something. They're uh flavored waters. What are they called? I don't know what they're called. Flavored waters, I guess. Gas flavored waters, mineral waters with flavor. They're from Costco, like lemon, lime, and grapefruit. They're great. So it satisfies that soda wants. Kombucha, that helps a lot too. Um, yeah, and then, random nuts and like the little snack packs have like cheese, almonds, and cranberries. So yeah, just little things like that. Protein bars that satisfies that want for like candy or chocolate. Haven't really found anything to satisfy that crunch, like other than like almonds and stuff. Like you kind of want chips, but you want that crunchiness, and I had to find a solution for that. But yeah, man, if you're eating good, mm, you don't really have to worry about going to the gym too much because you won't gain weight. But if you're eating like crap and you gained a bunch of weight, now you have to eat good and go to the gym. So that's where we're at. So hopefully, out by 3:30, get home, do what I need to do, and I'll be at the gym 4:30, and play with the kids until bedtime, and do it all again tomorrow. But yeah, honestly, going to the gym, I used to go frequently, like I said before, I gained all this weight. It clears your head, it keeps you pumped, makes you feel accomplished. But being sedentary and then getting fat, and that makes you get in your own head, and oh, not good. So you're not in a good headspace. So we as guys, we need this. So if you guys are having any doubts as far as, anxiety, depression, um, any of that negative stuff, start going to the gym. Get out a little bit more. I got two kids, wife, family, work obligations, and I was making all kinds of excuses. Oh, I can't go because of I gotta go, hang out with the kids, or I can't go because I gotta hang out with my wife, or I can't go because I got too much work, or I can't go because there's always an excuse. And I can't go, it's just an excuse. If you can't make it to the gym, we can do something to replace the gym, whether it's even going on a walk. If you can work from your phone or work from whatever it is you're doing while you go on a walk, that's all you need. It clears your head, clears what you need to do, and you can focus on things on hand. But if you go to the gym, man, if you're lifting heavy, there's nothing more humbling than like you're at the gym, you're lifting, and you're feeling good, feeling strong, and then you notice that the chick next to you is lifting more than you, pushing more than you. You're like, oh man, I am way out of shape. So it kind of hurts your ego a little bit, but you need a little bit of ego death. You need a little bit of humbling in your life. So you need that motivation to be like, yeah, you know what, I could be better. You know what, I haven't been trying hard enough. You know what, I could, try just a little bit more. So it's just that one thing that just kind of like eats at the back of your head that you definitely need to work on. So, which should be easy. I mean, I put on weight fairly easily, but I usually drop weight fairly easily. So we'll see because I'm getting up there in age. I'm on season 36 on this planet. So season 36 is, getting a little heavy. So I want to make sure, everything keeps working. All the plumbing's working, all the good parts that I like about me are working by the time I get older because I have friends that are way bigger than 6'2". At 240, I can hide a lot of that weight in my frame, but I don't. walk, with the greatest posture. So now the heavier I am, and I carry most of my weight in my belly, my chest, and my back. I mean, I don't want to be looking like freaking what's his name from the Minions, Gru from the Minions. So skinny legs and no ass and a big old belly, big old frame. No, can't do that. I got two little kids. I want that little girl to be, feel like she's protected by somebody that can actually protect her, and I want that little boy to be able to emulate me and want to go ahead and be like, every little kid sees you. Oh, my dad's my hero. But then there comes to a point where it goes like, nah, that guy's my hero because that guy looks like Superman. That guy's super strong, super tall, super whatever. And I want to be my kid's hero for until he's 25. That's what I want to do. So maybe I should start something like Man Camp or something like that, where it shows like guys how to do things, like have different instructors, how to drive stick shift, how to break. I don't care. I wouldn't obviously some single mothers out there, but respectable, very, and I don't mean like an older guy knows how to do manly, but at the same time knows how to whoop someone's ass, knows how to put somebody in their place, knows how to show respect and how to earn respect and how to disrespect. Because the internet, for whatever reason, has made a lot of guys soft. Like they'll take a lot of shit and internalize it. And unfortunately, like that's when you have like all these like mental health things, all this depression, all these uh all these things that lead to like self, you know, harm and stuff. Like you don't want that. All these guys, if you I look at my son's eyes and eventually he will be a man. Eventually he will be in my place with his own family, with his own struggles, with his own, anxiety and whatever, and having to provide because all that pressure is societal pressure and it's your self pressure. Like, as a man, you're supposed to provide. As a man, you should know what to do. They are going to come to you for help. So I want to know to be able to help them. I don't want to be like, I don't know, let's, figure this out. Which, again, that shouldn't be shameful that like, oh, I don't know the answer. Let's look it up. But there should be like certain things like if he goes like, hey dad, my tire blew out. Can you come and help me? Ideally, you taught him how to change a tire. But at least you taught him if he doesn't know how to change a tire, how to actually ask for help and to know that it's okay to ask for help. And not to express himself in like if you're the first person your kid calls, you did a good job. So I think we all, we're also worried about not screwing up our kids, not screwing up ourselves, our relationships, our stuff that we get to the point that we're so tight about everything that we don't move forward or we don't pull the trigger on things because we're so in our head that we're thinking, well, if I do that, this is going to happen. If I say this is going to happen. If I, just keep it to myself, no one will know. No. So maybe like a man camp that's somewhat like a therapeutic kind of thing where it just shows you like, or he needs a spot or was doing something wrong and they ask for help. Dude, we're like the first ones to help because we want to. And like the whole time that we're there, we're seeing somebody struggle, but we don't want to insult that guy's, ego or hurt his ego or whatever and, like say something to him. But if he goes like, hey, can you stop? If you see a car on the side of the street and you see the guy kind of pushing, I myself have done it. Pull over, get right behind him, and start pushing along with him to get him out of the road. It's like that's what guys should do. We help each other because why? No one's coming to rescue you. No one's coming to help you if you don't ask for help. unless it comes from the goodness of your own heart helping others. So if you put good energy out there, that thing will come back, man. So that's kind of what I want to do is just help others help themselves. Because if you're good up here and you can help other people, perfect. Like I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything, but I'm in a good headspace and a good place financially, spiritually, you know, mentally, where I feel I can, spread a little bit of the good karma, just give a little bit of a good wisdom. So if you're having doubts or concerns, you can bounce those off of me. We can check it out, see if it makes sense. I'll give you a different perspective. I can go ahead and I can play a devil's advocate if it's easier for you. Like if you're just going to like trying to give me all the pros and seeing why not, I can give you all the cons, or vice versa. Why you don't want to do something, give me all the cons, and I'll give you all the pros. So I mean, this life is all about helping each other. We're not here for a long time, so might as well make it nice. Because I would want that if for whatever reason I'm not around in my son's life, because whatever the reason is, I would want somebody to be able to help my kid. So this couple here is just literally past me. I'm going 40. I'm going 40. I had to slow down because they were not going to pass me anytime soon. Well, that little bike was only maybe going 40 at the most. So yeah, join me on my road trip and my silly little rants. Let's go help as many people as we can and walk people through their headspace, make them help them clear things up in their mind so that we can help each other. Because I'm going to be asking a lot of help from you guys. If I have doubts or concerns in my head, I can reach out to you guys and you guys can steer me in the right direction. So yeah, I would encourage anybody who's thinking about getting their CDL to get it. Anybody thinking about doing a career change in their life, do it. It's never too late. If you fail, you fail. And nothing happens. You move on. If you like it, keep at it. If you do it, you don't like it, guess what? Now you know for sure you don't want to do it. That's a lot of trust that you put on somebody who's riding on the back of someone's motorcycle. That's not really a motorcycle. That's a moped. That girl's like 4 feet tall, and she's like she's cramped. Oh man, let's go. So these get tricky because I can't fit here. I got a longer wheelbase. And they make these, they think make 0 cents. So, but yeah, so yeah, You can also do construction. I wouldn't advise it, but you make good money. It's hard money. I mean, I'm out in the sun because I'm in a truck, kind of. I can't imagine being in the sun. Not at all. You could have paid. You could pay me more, but I don't know. Not my cup of tea. You don't know. Do I have anybody listening, watching? If you do, just let me know. Yeah, we're getting closer to our destination. Right now, I think this is considered or homeland or Romoland, some somewhere near there. So right now, we're just gonna cut across through here and get to the 215. Um, it's a fast route. So does anybody follow the Champions League or uh, sure? Okay. We shall see what happens. I was getting overheated because it was basically direct. So that can go ahead and give me some cons of local is what you're doing because obviously the biggest thing I can think of is for doing over the road. Um, I do have two other friends that do over the road. You don't make that much different money, and he spends a lot more now that because he has finance with this. Um, so whether I drive or not, whether I'm done at 3 or I'm done at 10, it's it's 5, 6, 7 o'clock sometimes, 20 minutes away. So it should be about 3:30 by the time I disconnect, transfer, drop, all that. It'll be probably about 3:40, and I'm gone again. So directly out of school. It can be difficult depending on what area you live in. But if you have to go out a little bit further just to, get a better pay, better rate, or get a job, that's freaking worth it. Because let's just say you have to do, go out of your way 40 miles, but it's only for a year because, and drivers are needed everywhere all the time. And, pay is pretty competitive after a year. You can go ahead and start looking for better rates. Use other jobs to increase the pay where you're at currently. Because one thing is, employers won't tell you is that it's easier just to pay more to the guy that's already doing the job than to find someone else, save yourself another 3, 4 months because they got a better offer somewhere else. So you might as well, pay better than the market and reap the rewards of loyalty. I mean, you're only going to be as loyal to somebody as long as they, you know, are doing right by you. So if they're paying you trash, well, you're not going to make it. You're not going to be there very long. So they're hurting themselves in the end. And let's be real. Nobody does anything for fun. We're all doing it because we want to get paid. We want to get some money. So you're not driving just because you wanted to drive. You're driving because you wanted to make some money and you wanted to go ahead and do a career change. Whether, like I said, if you're just making enough money here so you can start your own business that you were trying to do, or save enough money to go into school to do the career that you wanted to do. There's a couple guys that started off. I think it was I think they were brothers that they wanted to go ahead and be doctors or some kind of profession of that, nurse, or might have been lawyers. They started trucking, and since they were teaming, they could go ahead and drive the truck constantly. They bought a truck in between them, and so they just constantly kept that truck moving, and they made a lot more money than they thought they were going to make. And they decided to keep it that way because now they get to hang out with each other. Imagine you're hanging out with your brother, you're making a bunch of money. I mean, there's nobody you trust more than your brother when they're driving, so. And there, you don't have the fear of getting screwed over for whatever reason. So make all the money that you can. The team driving is good as long as you like the other person. But I personally wouldn't want to because I'm very OCD about how things need to be, where they need to be, stuff like that. So when it comes to other people. When it comes to myself, I'm very disorganized. But if I have my truck here and then like somebody starts messing with the radio presets, the air, stuff like that, nah, dude, we're gonna have problems. So, no. So right now we're in the beautiful city of Sun City. This is mostly a senior community. Not the whole thing, but most of it is a senior community. And we get a lot of business out here. A lot of decorative rock for the old folks for their homes, and it is low maintenance. It is a lot easier to take care of a yard. You don't have to mow, and if weeds grow, you get a weed killer, spray them down, and you're done. Let the wind take their ashes. Oh, excuse me, I'm already tired. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to do over the road going 65 the whole way with no end in sight for hours upon hours every day, 11 hours just on the road without a break. Because, I mean, the faster you're done over the road, the better it is for you. Like I said, hats off to you guys. I don't know how you do it. I don't want to do it. So make all the money in the world and leave the local trucking to people like me. Oh, we're going back onto the freeway. You can hear the engine giving as much as she could so we can get up to speed. Because right now we're flying at a grand total of 40 miles per hour at about 1900 RPM. So it's not going to climb any higher than that. We're still at 40 miles an hour. Now we're at 1700 RPM. You kind of hear the turbo wanting to push more, but sadly it's not. So we're like Dory from Finding Nemo. And now we made it to the peak, and it's starting to go a little downhill from here. And now we get to hit 45. That's what that's. That's a 50. I'm telling you guys, this is easy money. We don't go far. It's not hard work. You don't need a college education. You don't even need a high school diploma. Like this guy next to me is hauling fuel. Thank you. So to people like you, buddy, I hope they pay you every penny that you're worth and more. So yeah, anybody want to chime in? You can go ahead and hit the chat. Come on in, check it out. So we entered the great city of Menifee. Menifee has an up and coming feel about it. They're a growing city. They incorporated not too long ago, so this bridge coming up, it barely came online last year, and it was supposed to help with traffic congestion out of their main road, the Newport Road, but it didn't help any. Somebody had some money. The city had a lot of money to spend, so they built a bridge. I'd prefer they spend it on their freeways and their roads. Well, freeways, Caltrans, but their roads do need to be a lot better. Alrighty, we're about to hit our next exit. We're gonna get off here on Scott Road, which will cut from the 215 to the 15, so we can make it to Wildemar. Scott Road becomes Bundy Canyon. It's a little bit of a shortcut, not by much, but enough. There isn't as many traffic lights, so it makes it a little bit easier, especially when you're in a big truck. Well, technically, I guess it has 12, including reverse. But yeah, you have your 10 actual gears, and then you have, which is your low gears and your high gears. Your low gears are 1 through 5, and your high gears are 6 through 10. And then you have the high gears kick in at about 15 miles an hour. So at 15, you're at roughly sixth gear. So like this light post, like this light pole right here, we'll probably already be in seventh gear by the time we cross. So I'll count out the gears. A lot of the times I start off in second because first is just too much of a pool, too little of a pool. I mean, so you start off in second, then third, fourth, fifth, switch up to high gears and go sixth and seven. So we'll test it out right here. Second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. Okay, so it wasn't seven. Yeah, usually it's a lot longer. And there's no point of switching gears because I'm at 1600 RPM, but I'm about to climb a little higher, so I'm actually probably gonna switch down. So the seventh gear, now we're at 18. So 18 and dropping RPMs. We'll go back to seven, gain a little bit of speed. Now we can go back to eight, start coasting a little bit. And there's a slight drop so we can actually get more speed because a little bit further up, it's a bit of a climb. Like a little tree bridge right here. I'll bring it back down here again to the AC. If the device is overheating, we're right on the glass sticking out through the window, so I can see why. It doesn't help that we've been streaming for about an hour, so it's bound to overheat.